Welcome back everyone to Cooking with Magic. As always, please like, subscribe, comment, share. Anything you can do to get more exposure to these videos and to promote the Magic Our Way podcast is greatly appreciated. This week we're doing some recipes out of this Star Wars Galaxy's Edge cookbook. I got this cookbook for Christmas from Yvette. Thank you very much for that, Yvette. We're going to definitely be cooking a lot out of this cookbook because there's a lot of cool stuff there. Today we're making Nerf Kebabs and Parwan Nutricakes. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, let's get to it. Start cooking. Now for the Nerf Kebabs, you see there's going to be a little breading, like some dough we're going to make, as well as the meatballs. So we're going to do two steps. We're going to have to make the dough and let it rise, and then while that's happening, we're going to make our actual meatballs and let those marinate a little bit. Let all the flavors come together. All right, for the dough, here's your ingredients. You need a half a cup of warm water, 1 package of instant dry yeast, a little pinch of salt, tablespoon of sugar, tablespoon of oil. Actually, you can see I overdid a little bit there on the oil, and a cup of flour. So combine all your ingredients here, your water, your yeast, sugar, salt, oil in a bowl. Then add your flour, knead it all together. Then we're gonna set it off to the side to rise. All right, so we got our water. Yeast, sugar, olive oil. Okay, I'm making a mess with that. Then let's add our flour and knead it. You can always add a little more flour if you need to, add a little more water if you need to, just depends on how it goes. Okay. Once we have it mixed together, I'm going to roll it out a little bit on a floured surface and set it off to the side to rest for about an hour. Now we've got our dough ready. A little flour on our surface here, nothing crazy. Maybe a little bit more in our hands and just kind of work it for a minute or two. Nothing major, just get it to where it feels right. We'll clean out this bowl. Maybe cover it with a little Pam, little olive oil. Cover this with a towel and let it rest in a warm place for about an hour. Okay, so this is good. Still a little sticky. All right, so let's get our dough ready to rise. Again, cleaned out the bowl. Give a little spray with Pam. You could also use it like a, napkin, paper towel, and some olive oil. That would work too. Put that in there. We're going to cover it and let it sit for about an hour. Now here's a trick. If it's cold or if it's not, you don't have like a really warm place in your house. So if it's not particularly warm anywhere in your house and you want to help your dough rise, preheat your oven to 200. Okay, once it's preheated, we're going to go ahead and put our bowl in, close it, and then turn it off. That should do the trick. Give it about 45 minutes to an hour. Now for our meatballs, we're going to need to make a seasoning, a Nerf steak seasoning. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of each: paprika, salt, brown sugar, comino, and garlic. And then 1 teaspoon of black pepper and cayenne pepper. Throw that all in there, mix it up, and that's what we're going to season our meatballs with. All right, for your actual meatballs, for the kebabs, you're going to need a pound of ground Nerf meat. Probably can't find it right now. It's the middle of a global pandemic, and if you do find it, it's like $10, $20 a pound. So use whatever beef you want. You can do, buffalo. You could do ground beef. I'm going to do turkey just to be a little more healthy. Half a cup of breadcrumbs, 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of the seasoning we made earlier, half a cup of Parmesan. Grind your own. Don't use that stuff in the green can. That's basically sawdust. And we're going to do about a half a cup of shredded cheddar, which we're going to top the kebabs after they bake. So combine everything except for the cheddar in a bowl, mix it up real good, then we're going to make our meatballs. All right, egg goes in. Breadcrumbs. Parmesan cheese. We're going to mix that all up. We're going to add the seasoning last, and I'll show you why in a second. Let's get it all combined. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. So I'm going to put my seasoning last because you know what? If I'm going to give some to Patches, he might get a little upset tummy if I have all that seasoning in there. So we're just going to give him just a little taste. Okay, Patches? Yeah, he likes it. Oh, he's going to lick my fingers. Okay, Patches. All right, 3 tablespoons. That was a little short. Get it all in there. Then we're going to make our meatballs. And again, let those rest. So meatballs. Just going to do a little of that. Round them out a little bit. They don't have to be perfect, for sure. Just try to get them the same size so they can cook evenly. As close to the same size as possible. It'll help them bake evenly. Right, we're going to get ready to assemble our kebabs. A little more flour back on the counter. Our dough. What we're going to do is we're going to roll these out. So I'm going to divide this in about 5 pieces. Roll those all out in some little strips about 10 inches long. Then we're going to wrap those with the meatballs on our kebabs and then bake them. So while we're doing this, go ahead and preheat your oven to like 375. Okay? Okay. Some of these may be smaller than the others, but those will just be shorter kebabs, right? That's ugly. Let's try again. I think that's a little better. Time to assemble. We need 5 skewers. We got 5 rolls of dough, 5 rows of meat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're just going to have 3 kebabs. These shorter ones are probably going to be a little bit of a challenge, but let's see how it goes. So we're going to alternate the dough and the kebabs. You could also add some grilled onions on there, you know, some chopped onions, bell peppers, whatever you want to add. But today we're just doing the meat and the kebabs. So let's put it together. All right, let's get the hard one out of the way, the shortest one. Just alternate meatball, bread, meatball, bread. That's kind of short, but let's see how that goes. All right, let's let these rest for about 15 minutes. Then we're going to put them in the oven at 375 for 20 minutes. Oven is preheated, 375. Let's throw the kebabs in. We're going to do this for 20 minutes. And while we are waiting for those to cook, we're going to go ahead and prep up our Parwan Nutricakes. All right, here's the ingredients for those. We have a 15-ounce can of chickpeas, which we've drained and rinsed. We've already got that. 1 clove of garlic, which means 2 for me, and probably 3 actually. So we've minced those up. A teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, a little bit of cayenne. We're going to need an egg, 1/4 pound of all-purpose flour, and about 2 tablespoons of oil. All right, food processor. Chickpeas. All the spices are going in there. Garlic's going in. Almost forgot the cayenne pepper. That's a pinch, right? I'm gonna pulse that. That was loud. Pulse that a couple times. Then we're gonna add the egg. Let's get the egg in there. Now let's run it till we get a little smoother. Looks pretty good. All right, oil's in. Using a little chili oil. Just give a little extra spice. Don't need that much, just enough to coat the bottom. Gonna drop a little bit in there. Looking for that sizzle. Lets me know the oil is hot enough to get started. Looks pretty good. Also a little tip. Little Pam on our spatula. It's going to help us out when we try to flatten these out. Now I'm using a big cookie scoop. Bigger than I did with the meatballs. It's a nice sound when it drops in. See if that Pam helped us out. We're going to squish these a little bit. Oh yeah, bad. Not bad, not bad. That one's not as flat as I'd like. Let me flatten it out a little more. Okay. So yeah, let's just cook those so they get brown. Flip them. Probably about 2-3 minutes on each side, okay? And one just quick add-on for For the fritters, for the Nutricakes, I'm going to do some ranch, a little bit of sriracha to dip them in. All right, kebabs coming out of the oven. Pretty tasty. Okay, moment of truth. Parwan Nutricakes. Pretty good. Very light. Not heavy at all. Garlic definitely comes through, of course. And the cayenne, yeah, use more than a pinch. It's got a nice little kick. I think you do need a little dipping sauce with it though. These kebabs, not bad. I think next time we'll definitely put some onion, bell pepper, stuff like that, like a more traditional kebab. And honestly, don't really need the cheese on top, although it's not a bad addition, but probably didn't need it. The bread turned out actually better than I thought it was gonna. A little concern there. But yeah, pretty good. I like it. All right, guys, so when you're ready to book that next Disney vacation, maybe you want to stay on that new Galactic Star Cruiser, check out all the cool Star Wars stuff at Walt Disney World, you can email me at lee@magicourway.com. You can always find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Lastovica Travel. That's Lastovica Travel. On Instagram, you can find me at You Got a Friend in Lee Travel. And on TikTok, you can find me at You Got a Friend in Lee. Till next time, magic out.
And we want to just take a second and thank our lovely Patreon supporters. There they are. And look, if you want to up your support of the Magic Our Way podcast, go to patreon.com/Magic Our Way. There you'll find awesome tiers from which you can choose from to help support the Magic Our Way podcast. Again, go to patreon.com/Magic Our Way.